police report made no sense. How had gym owner Alex neutralized 4 armed gang members so quickly and efficiently? And why did her movements show military precision? When the commissioner reviewed the file again, he decided to investigate Alex's background. Welcome to Rising Life Stories. Before we continue, tell us in the comments, where in the world are you watching from today? And have you ever had a moment when someone completely misjudged who you really were? In Brooklyn's Sunset Park neighborhood on 47th Street, there was a small but clean gym. The Stone Fitness sign had faded somewhat over the years but still hung proudly. Inside was filled with basic equipment, old but functional weights, cardio machines, and heavy bags in one corner. Alex Stone was 39 years old, average height but powerfully built. Her short blonde hair was cut practically. She wore minimal makeup and usually dressed in athletic wear. Her arms bore small scars, but everyone assumed they were sports injuries. She had been running this gym for 5 years. Her members were mostly local residents, construction workers, nurses, teachers. Alex was friendly with everyone but didn't talk much about her personal life. "I used to be a fitness instructor," she would say, giving no details. The neighborhood loved Alex. She gave free self-defense classes to kids and showed extra attention to elderly members. But Alex's teaching style was a bit unusual. "Tammy," Alex turned to the 16-year-old teenager, "to escape a wrist grab, just twisting your hand isn't enough. You need to use full body momentum." Alex's movements were very precise. Every technique demonstration looked as if it had been practiced for years, and she always focused on real-world applications. "Alex," asked Marcus, a 24-year-old local college student, "where did you learn these techniques? Do you have a mixed martial arts background?" Alex hesitated. "Just self-defense courses," she replied briefly. But Marcus had noticed Alex's techniques weren't standard self-defense. They looked much more advanced, much more lethal. For the past few months, tension had been rising in the neighborhood. A gang called Los Serpientes had started demanding protection money from local businesses. Several store owners had already begun making payments. "Alex," said Rosa Martinez, one of the gym's regular members and local bakery owner, "those gang members came to my shop too. They want money." Alex's jaw muscles tensed. "Did you report it to the police?" "I did, but they said they need more evidence. These kids are smart. They don't make direct threats." Alex was thinking while punching the heavy bag. Her punches were unusual. They didn't look like they were just for fitness. They seemed to come from real combat training. That evening, as the gym was closing, Alex was checking the security cameras when she noticed suspicious activity outside. 3 people were loitering in front of the gym. Alex recognized them, Los Serpientes members. After locking the door, Alex went to her back office. She opened the locked drawer of her desk. Inside were old photographs, soldiers in desert camouflage, military vehicles, and photos of Alex instructing a group of trainees. On the back of the photos was a faded stamp. Fort Bragg Training Division, Special Forces Combat Instructor. Alex quickly put the photos back. She had been trying to bury this past for 5 years. The next afternoon, the gym was at peak hours. Rosa was working out, Marcus was lifting weights, and several teenagers were participating in the self-defense class. The front door opened aggressively. 3 men entered, in their 20s, wearing gang colors with confident swagger. "Excuse me," the leader spoke with a thick accent. "Who is the owner of this gym?" Alex stopped showing techniques to the teenagers and approached. "I'm the owner. How can I help you?" "Ah, beautiful lady," the leader smiled, but threateningly. "I'm Carlos. We protect this neighborhood. This beautiful gym also needs protection." Alex's posture subtly changed. Her feet were shoulder-width apart, weight evenly distributed. It looked casual, but was actually a combat stance. "Thanks, but police protection is sufficient," Alex replied calmly. Carlos laughed. "Police? Lady, police can't always be here, but we're always watching." Marcus stopped his workout and began listening. Rosa looked nervous. "Monthly fee is very reasonable," Carlos continued. $500, small price for safety." Alex's eyes hardened. "I think you should leave now." Lady, Carlos stepped closer. "I think you don't understand the situation. We're making a polite request. Next time, We might not be so polite." Alex didn't back down. Actually, she imperceptibly leaned forward. Her voice came out low and controlled. "I think you're the one who doesn't understand the situation." Carlos's friends behind him moved their hands toward their jackets. Alex noticed this. "Carlos," Alex continued, her voice even calmer, "you have exactly 30 seconds to walk out that door." Carlos laughed again, but nervously this time. The energy emanating from this woman was threatening. "Lady, you talk tough, but 20 seconds, Alex said quietly. Marcus in the background was watching Alex's transformation. This wasn't the friendly gym owner, Alex. This was a completely different person. Carlos had become uncomfortable but wanted to maintain his pride. "Fine, but we'll be back. And next time." 10 seconds, Alex interrupted. Carlos and his friends reluctantly headed toward the door. As they exited, Carlos turned at the door. "This isn't finished, lady." When the door closed, the gym fell silent. Alex returned to her normal posture, as if nothing had happened. "Everyone okay?" she asked with a smiling face. But Marcus continued to observe Alex, the Alex he had seen in this encounter. This woman was definitely hiding something. That night, after the gym closed, Alex remained alone. She checked the security cameras, locked the doors, then went to the back area of the gym. There, hidden behind the equipment rack, was a personal training area. There was no standard gym equipment here. Instead, tactical dummies, knife training targets, and advanced combat equipment. Alex took off her workout clothes and put on tactical gear. Then she began real training. The movements were completely different. This wasn't fitness training. This was combat preparation. Close quarters combat, disarming techniques, multiple attacker scenarios. Every movement was precise, deadly, professional. Alex was practicing because she knew Carlos would return. And next time, it wouldn't be peaceful. When she finished the training session, Alex looked in the mirror. The person she saw in the reflection wasn't the friendly gym owner the neighborhood knew. This was Master Sergeant Alex Stone, who had taught lethal combat techniques to Special Forces operatives for 12 years. Alex took a deep breath. When returning to civilian life, she had buried this identity. But now, there were people she needed to protect. A few days later, Marcus came to the gym early in the morning. While unlocking, he saw Alex already inside doing an unusual workout. Alex was attacking a combat dummy with incredibly advanced techniques. Her movements were so fast and precise that Marcus could barely follow them. "Alex?" Marcus called out. Alex immediately stopped and switched to normal Alex mode. "Oh, hey, Marcus! Early bird today?" Marcus was confused. "Alex, those movements, those weren't normal workout moves." Alex hesitated. "Just advanced fitness techniques." "Alex," Marcus spoke seriously, "I was military. Air Force 4 years, and I know what military combat training looks like. You're not an ordinary gym instructor." Alex looked at Marcus for a long time. Finally, she made a decision. "Marcus, if you won't repeat what I tell you to anyone." "I promise," Alex sighed. Master Sergeant Alex Stone, U.S. Army Special Forces, 12 years of service, specializing in combat instruction and tactical operations. Marcus's jaw dropped. You're a Special Forces instructor?" "Was," Alex corrected. "Retired 5 years ago. I wanted a peaceful life." "But why hide it?" Alex showed him the photos. Combat zones, training sessions, fallen comrades. "Marcus, I've seen a lot. Too much violence, too much loss. This gym, it's my way of helping people without the killing." Marcus nodded, understanding. "But the Carlos situation," Alex continued. "I might have to protect this neighborhood." That night, Alex's prediction proved correct. An hour after the gym's closing time, Alex was cleaning the last equipment when she saw car headlights through the front windows. 2 cars parked, and 6 people got out. Carlos and his friends, but this time they were armed. Alex immediately went into lockdown mode. She dimmed the lights, checked emergency exits, and most importantly, accessed her hidden weapon cache. Loud banging started on the front door. "Lady, open up! Time for payment!" Alex didn't respond. Instead, she took strategic positions and waited. The sound of glass shattering was heard. The first intruder entered through the back window. Alex was waiting in the shadows. As this man cautiously advanced inside, Alex got behind him and applied a sleeper hold. The man lost consciousness without a sound. The second intruder entered through the front door. Alex used gym equipment as cover and approached. This man was armed, but Alex applied a disarming technique, twisted the weapon, delivered an elbow strike. The man went down. "Miguel? Roberto?" Carlos called from outside. "What's happening?" The third and fourth intruders entered together. Alex was prepared for them. Multiple attacker scenario, the most advanced part of Special Forces training. Alex brought down the first attacker with a leg sweep, immediately pivoted to the second attacker and applied a pressure point strike. Both men were immobilized within seconds. Carlos and the remaining member, frustrated and scared, personally entered. "Lady!" Carlos drew his gun. "Enough games!" "Where are my men?" Alex stood in the center of the gym, hands visible but ready. "Carlos," she spoke with a calm voice. "Last chance. Walk away." "Fuck you, lady. Tonight you pay." Carlos fired, but Alex had already moved. Combat roll, cover behind weight rack, then flanking maneuver. Carlos was confused. How was this ordinary woman fighting like a professional soldier? Alex made her final approach. Instead of directly engaging Carlos, she created a distraction. She kicked a heavy weight, and when Carlos was distracted, Alex moved in. Disarm, control, neutralize. Carlos was weaponless and on the ground, arm twisted behind his back. "Carlos," Alex whispered, her breath barely labored, "this neighborhood is under my protection. If you or your friends are seen around here again, next time I'll be much less gentle." Carlos, in pain, nodded rapidly. When the police arrived, 6 gang members were on the ground, conscious but immobilized. Alex was in normal gym clothes, calmly explaining the situation. "Self-defense," Alex said simply. "They broke in, I defended myself." Detective Morrison, an experienced cop, was suspicious. "Ma'am, these guys are professional criminals, and you neutralized all 6 of them by yourself? Lucky, I guess." As the detective investigated the crime scene, he noticed unusual things. The precision of takedowns, lack of unnecessary violence, strategic positioning. This wasn't ordinary self-defense. "Ms. Stone, do you have a military background?" Alex hesitated. "Some training." The detective looked at Marcus, who had witnessed everything. "Sir," Marcus stepped forward, "Alex saved this neighborhood tonight. Whatever her background, she's a hero." News spread quickly. Local residents expressed gratitude to Alex. Rosa brought free food from the bakery. Teenagers requested advanced self-defense classes from Alex, but Alex was uncomfortable with the attention. A week later, Alex was continuing her normal routine at the gym. But everything had changed. Marcus approached her. "Alex, I've been thinking. This neighborhood needs someone like you." "Marcus, I just want to be a gym owner." "But you're more than that. You're a trained professional, and the people here, they look up to you." Alex noticed how the teenagers looked at her. Rosa's grateful smile. The neighborhood now saw her differently. "Maybe," Alex said slowly. "I don't have to completely hide my past." That day, Alex announced new classes: Advanced Personal Protection and Women's Self-Defense Intensive. Applications immediately flooded in. Alex's new program wasn't ordinary fitness training. She was adapting military-grade techniques to civilian applications. Students learned not just physical skills, but situational awareness, threat assessment, strategic thinking. A few months later, there was significant change in Sunset Park. Crime rates dropped. Other gangs, having heard Alex's reputation, began avoiding the neighborhood. Alex's gym became a community hub. Local police cooperated with Alex. The FBI occasionally contacted her for informal consultation. But the most important thing was that Alex had found peace with herself. "Alex," asked Detective Morrison during a routine visit, "do you regret it? Retiring from military service?" Alex, watching her students, teenage girls building confidence, older residents learning self-protection, smiled. "Detective, I never really retired from the military. I just started serving in a different way." Alex's story became legend in the neighborhood. But Alex remained humble, because she knew real strength came not from violence, but from the determination to protect people. Stone Fitness was no longer just a gym. It was a community center, safe haven, and most importantly, a place where people learned they could protect themselves and others. On Alex's wall were new photos, student graduations, community events, and local recognition awards. But in the corner, in a small frame, an old military photo still stood, as a reminder. One evening, as Alex was closing, Marcus approached. "Alex, how do you do it? Balance this normal life with your military background?" Alex looked around the gym, sounds of laughter, people helping each other, a sense of safety and community. "Marcus, I learned that sometimes the best way to leave violence behind is teaching people how to avoid it, and when they can't avoid it, how to survive it." Alex's hand gave the heavy bag a light punch. This no longer came from anger, but from peace. "The past doesn't have to define you," Alex continued, "but you can use your past to build a better future." That night, Alex checked her military photos one last time. Then gently, she closed the drawer. Past honored, present embraced, future secured. Alex Stone had transformed from warrior to guardian, and this transformation had changed the entire neighborhood. Because real strength comes not from physical power, but from the willingness to protect others. And Alex Stone possessed both types of strength. If this story made you feel something, share with us in the comments. Have you ever had a moment when someone completely misjudged who you really were? And if you think stories like this deserve to be told, don't forget to share this video. At Rising Life Stories, we believe that true courage often lives in second chances, and sometimes our greatest mission comes after we think our service is over. Hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join our growing community discovering extraordinary protection stories of ordinary people. Thank you for watching. See you in the next story.